Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Eden Wellness Alliance's State of the Association address, and we are back from our business trip in Florida and everything. And yeah, we I saw last time that the "What do you want?" did not work. So apparently, I did not want it bad enough. No, I'm playing. The we're going to redo that hopefully this week. Maybe we can try and work that out where it's not missing the audio. We'll find out. We'll find out because I'm doing it right now. But I checked my audio settings. They should be recording. That said, let's do announcements like we usually do. We did not have a CRN broadcast this week. We will probably next week. I think people are trying to get kids back to school and stuff like that, and we had a little bit lower attendance last week. That's probably what it was, considering that the the weeks leading up to that we'd had fine attendance. So go ahead and come back next week and the week after and stuff like that to CRN here in Fort Smith. Still happening at the Sweet Bay Coffee across from Creekmore Park. You can come there at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So 8 a.m. on Tuesday, and you should be good. Let me see. As far as things coming up, we do have the Egg and I coming up. It's going to be at the Egg and I, of course, on Planters Road here in Fort Smith, and you can come there. It is from, I suggest getting there about 10:30 so you can get your food ordered and you can eat it while we're doing our event. But it starts at 11, and you can go there and get that done. So there we go. Get that taken care of. Let me see. We should have. I think this time we're going over on it with the uh, kids. Yeah, with kids and starting back to school and stuff like that. So we'll be good. Um, the next thing that we have going is I think we've got some events planned for over near West Memphis that I'm pretty sure I'll be attending, but if not, I will let you guys know. Uh, it's going to be on essential oils and stuff like that, so I was asked to come to that. That's about it for what I think we have coming up this month, in the recent part of the month. So let's go ahead and dive into what we were going to do last time we did a full sit down, which was a brief overview of what do you want, which is a question that if you ever come to see me, you know that's what I ask people a lot. I ask them what they want because it requires you to focus on things. So let's discuss that. Like I said, just briefly. We'll give about maybe 10 minutes to discuss it. What do you want is a question that you can ask someone to get them to think, and that includes yourself to get them to think about what they actually want. Now this, when asked, is not supposed to be responded to with, well, I don't want Jenny to pester me anymore, like if you're with a kid or something. I don't want Jenny to pester me anymore, or stuff like that. Well, you just tell the child, okay, that's what you don't want. What do you want? And the importance of that distinction, making that distinction would be, well, you told me what you didn't want. What are you wanting? Are you wanting Jenny to pester you? Because that's what you're telling your brain. Your brain understands only the basic portions of your sentences. So let's take that thing that a child might say, I don't want Jenny to pester me. Your brain doesn't understand all that. It doesn't understand the word don't. Your brain, not you as a person, but your brain and your body and the hormones that are released, it doesn't understand that whole idea of I don't. It only understands I, the person, skips the word don't, want, and then it focuses on like Jenny, that's another person, so it sees that I want Jenny, and then pester, because that's an action word. And sometimes it'll catch the word me, depending on how it's used in the sentence. But What you're basically telling yourself when you say that, when a child would say that, was, I want Jenny pester me. That's what your brain would understand back here in that autonomic system, in that system that's going to run you all the time while you're busy thinking about other things. So we can see then that's not really a good idea. That's that's actually a pretty bad idea when you go and think about it. So what instead we would say, well, what do you want? And the child would either say, I want to be, the child might say, I want to be friends with Jenny. Well, see, that changes the way your brain is going to process Jenny as a person. Because right now, in that other sentence, Jenny is a threat to your brain. That's what it understands. But on the other flip side, using that different sentence, well, that means Jenny friend, which means your brain, your body will start reacting as if, oh, she's a friend, or you will try to train it that way. And it makes your body release different hormones. So that misunderstanding between the child and the other child would be more easily resolved with that type of an idea and approach to what was happening. That's what's going to be the big kicker when you're asking, what do you want? You have to actually specify what you want. And I've told people before, when you ask someone what they want and they can't tell you, actually they're not telling you what they want. They're not telling you what they don't want. They're just complaining. They're not looking for solutions. They're looking for problems. If you can't tell me what you want, then you can't tell me that you're not complaining. And us here at the Eden Wellness Alliance, we're pretty much strict on that idea of this is personal responsibility health here. You are responsible for your health. I give recommendations, but you are responsible for your health. And ultimately, that's how it is in life. Whether you come to us or not, you are going to be responsible. So you have to decide what you want. And what do you want? Do you want to have a good life, a good health, good wealth, good relationships? Then you're going to have to decide, okay, what is that going to look like? So let's take something that, uh, like a material thing. Those are easy to deal with. Let's say I want a new car. Okay, a person would say that. They would say, I want a new car. Well, what does that look like to you? What does that feel like? First off, you have to understand, are you thinking about the new car when you're saying that, or are you thinking about your old car? Because that's very important also when dealing with people and their goals. When you say, I want a new car, are you saying and thinking about the new car, or are you thinking about your old car that you don't like? Because if you're thinking about your old car that you don't like, you'll just get you'll just get more of that same car, or you'll get a car that's going to give you the same feelings as that old car that you don't like. If you're thinking about a new car, when you say, I want a new car, and you're focusing on the new car, you are more likely to get the new car. But why do you want that new car? This is going to be different for a lot of different people. A lot of people don't like. A lot of people do cars for function. A lot of people do cars for flash. It doesn't matter. The statement still stands. You want to feel positivity towards that new car. You want to feel positivity to gaining that new car. You want to feel good about the new car. You don't want to think about how much money it's going to cost. You don't want to think about that when you're thinking about it in a goal type of setting. Because what usually happens when you're approaching the goal appropriately is the money will come for the goal. Your body will start to work that in, see opportunities, react to them differently. And that's what happens a lot. When we're working on goals with people, we have to remind them to seize those opportunities that come up, because that's where the money's coming from that you're wanting to use to get that new thing that you want. Or if you're just wanting more money, on a deeper level, you have to ask, well, what is this new car going? What is it going to feel like to have this new car? Okay, this new car is going to feel, it's going to feel good to have this new car. You know, I'm going to like it. It's cool. Well, you're feeling positive about that new car. But really, when you break it down, it's not about the new car, is it? It's about the feeling that the new car will give you. That's what you're really wanting. You're wanting the feeling that the new car will give you. That's what your brain is going to respond to, the feeling of that. And what makes this so powerful is if you have positive emotions about those goals that you have, new car, whatever, if you have positive emotions about those goals that you have, and you think about the success of them, that means that your body's going to get used to that emotion and it's going to want more of it, more of that positive emotion. And when you get that, and when it does, you may get that new car, but you may get something else also that makes you feel just as good as that new car would have, give you a similar feeling. And see, that's a very material thing to focus on, but the idea extends out from that. The idea then goes further, as it should, as it progresses. It's not about the car, is it? It's about the emotion, the feeling, the desire being fulfilled for that car. That's what you're wanting. Fulfillment. Well, that means that if you then just focus on the fulfillment part of the emotion, things will work even more efficiently for what you're wanting, because that's what you're really wanting with the emotion. And all of that will start to fall into place. That's how you start to break down what do you want. Boom, 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 down the levels. And it lets you get a better handle on what you're really wanting. Um, I want to have, I wish my grandkids wouldn't fight so much. Well, is that what you want? What do you want? I want to, I don't want my grandkids to fight. No, that's what you don't want. What do you want? I want my grandkids to get along. Okay, we're starting. We're making those steps forward. What do you want? I want to have a good relationship with my grandkids. Ah, moving more towards positivity. What do you want? I want to have a harmonious and healthy relationship with my grandkids. We're getting there. We're moving forward. We're moving up that scale of emotion to where your body will be more receptive to the end result of that goal because you're thinking about it positively. You're releasing those positive hormones as you think about that in a positive light and in a positive manner. That causes the body to then desire on a physical level what you're wanting on an emotional and mental level. And then your body works with you instead of against you. Instead of perceiving change as a threat, it perceives this change as something that it desired all along. So that's the power of what do you want and the statement. On a brief level, you could go into it. I could teach a whole class on it, a whole hour class on it, and I have kind of before. So I encourage everyone to let me know if those are the type of classes that you want, or if you want some other type of classes. We always welcome those around. Um, that's all we have for today. So I hope that everyone has had a wonderful time watching, that you can get a hold of us on all of these different portions right here, all of these different contact informations with our phone, our website, our email, our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitter. All of those are available to get a hold of us. If you want to get a hold of us through those to make an appointment, you can, even the electronic ones. Those are still going to be available to do that. We have booked appointments through there anyway. We are also, something that I forgot, that I just remembered to it now announce, is that we are having, we're working things out to where we can take digital and card payments. So you can look forward to that. If you haven't been coming because you just didn't want to pay through cash or check, then it will be an option available in the near future. Either by the end of this week or hopefully by the end of next, one of the two. So, I am Adam L. Spain with Eden Wellness Alliance, health and wellness the way God intended. Have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.